This is the brisket, rub down, dry rub, and this is the rub I made. It's a salt, black pepper, a lot of salt, black pepper, paprika, chili powder, and a lot of garlic powder. Just mix them up a lot. You can put a little red cayenne in there, but I don't put much because I'm not going for real spicy on this. Hot spicy. So that's what I'm going to put on right now. Alright. I don't have my GoPro. So I have to use my phone. This is, I attempted to smoke a chicken one time, but it didn't work out because it rained. So since then, I have put on a ridge cap, actually, today. I put on a ridge cap so it'll protect where it vents from rain. Kind of see. I'll put a piece of aluminum flashing on there. Ooh, bumpy when I walk and it's focused in. But anyway. Oh, let me zoom out. Anyway, just kind of like that. I just ripped a 2x4 down the middle and cut 4 pegs and put, I guess, a vent cap, ridge cap on. I got a couple thermometers on here, but this one just ambient, reads that, and then this one just ambient, reads that. So what I did is I think I looked up, and that's called the Cowboy charcoal starter. That's not the Kingsford or the whatever Grill Master, I don't know, whatever the ones are that are super duper fancy. This one was like $5–10 cheap at Home Depot, I believe. And I've had it for about 8 or 9 years, and I don't use it a terrible amount. I still cheat with the lighter fluid a lot, but for out here I'm going to use it, and it's all rusted, but heck, it works. I've seen the comparisons on the internet. Man, it works. It does the job. It starts charcoal. If I ever have to, I might buy a few more just to have some in storage. But, because they're so cheap. And they work. Anyway, this is, I don't know if I ever got a good video on how the doors ended up coming out, but that's them. That's the top door, the bottom door. I got the 2 thermometers on there. Kind of disappointed. I thought it was the bottom thermometer that was a problem, but it seems it's the top one. And boy, it holds some smoke, man. Just having that door shut for a few seconds. So, it releases some on the side. After letting it sit for a while, in that little corner right there, they had a little hole, a little holiday in that cement. I had some withers. I didn't like that. So I ran the smoke on it, and you can see how it patinaed. Oh, that's nothing but a big white blur. Go slow. I guess that's the sun doing that. I ain't got too much morning sun, but it patinaed. Smoke got all over it. Looks good. You see where smoke was coming out of the sides. Kind of cured it pretty good. I made these homemade dowels out of 2x4s. I ripped the length, and they just rest on there. I made 4 of them. I'll make a few more because I can put some up on the top right there and some on the bottom right there. But the first time I ran this thing, it got a lot hotter at the top. The heat rose, of course heat rises, but it was a lot hotter than I expected it to be, comparably to from this shelf to the second shelf to the third shelf. That second shelf was much hotter. So if you want to do something like a brisket, which I'm going to do today, it's going to be, I think, and this is all trial and error, but I'm going to do it on that middle one because it looks like I want a more cooker brisket. And I'm going to run a hot fire down there today. I got some wood, I got some pecan, I got some little stuff right there. I cut a little running of sticks, branches, small branches off of some persimmons and some apple trees I have out here. But that's all pecan. And that over there is oak. Regular oak. And that works good, man. Oak really does work well. I don't know, I've never used this apple branches and stuff. Really, I haven't used much except for on the barbecue pit. So, and that is usually just regular old store-bought hickory chunks. So, but I have used red oak. I mean, not red oak. Yeah, red oak on there. I haven't used any. Yeah, I used white oak one time. I think I used white oak one time, and it worked out well. It worked out good. You can see on the bottom right there, I don't have the trim. I need to put another little board right there, but it works fine without it. On this side, again, on that bottom, I need to put a little bit to finish trimming out this. And then on this corner, I need to run the whole thing, trim it out. Same thing on the other side. So, I was going to put some boards, some slat boards for like shingle boards on the top, but not necessary. It's not a functional purpose, it's just a aesthetic purpose. So we'll see. So I see a little bit of that fire moving up in there, but that charcoal's going to take a little while longer. Been having it running for about 10 minutes now. So anyway, that's it for now. So just let's see, step back and get a little shot of it from around. Watch, some holes in this yard. You know that door looks out of whack right there, and it is a little leaning, but when it shuts well. Came out pretty good for pallet boards. I put about $100 into that thing, between the thermometers and the cement, the screws, and a roll of flashing because I didn't have enough left over from the house. It's been about between 10 and 15 minutes since the last time I was recording. Starting to get a little ash over on the top of those briquettes. That's regular Kingsford briquettes. Gotta love that deal you get at Walmart, of all places. I go to Walmart maybe once a year, and it's always around right before July 4th, maybe June, in the June area. It's always before the 4th of July, but a few weeks, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks. They offered a double pack for like $7.90 something and change, and that's usually a $20 double pack. Every now and then you see them go on sale at maybe one of the other box stores for $15, but shoot, $7 and something cents is a spectacular deal. And I go and I buy a truckload, literally a truckload, and that'll pretty much last me for the whole year because we grill a lot. And anyway, so that's why I use that. A lot of people, oh, you gotta use traditional charcoal and all of that, lump charcoal. I like it, but this just works and it's not bad. I get good flavor on my food, and I'm happy with it. So that's the whole key. If you're happy with it, go with it. Anyway, by the time it starts cooking, it'll be down to pieces of wood. That's going to be the starter wood. And I keep getting buzzed by a wasp. I think a red wasp, red bee, red whatever, keeps buzzing me. I think I must have had a start of a nest somewhere around here, but so far no stingies. And that'll be the wood I use today to run through it. If I have to, I can go get some of this oak, and I can get some, I got some cherry wood. I've been burning cherry wood because it's just stuff I've been cutting. A lot of cherry. Got cherry trees all over here. That's a cherry tree. I got cherry trees everywhere. So I can get wood. It's not like I have to worry about that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause it for a second and put my gloves on, and then I want to use gloves while I do this. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and try and hold the camera and do this at the same time. Just dump them in a nice little neat pile. And then set this off to the side. And I'm going to run it a little while with this wood on there. Kind of make a little fire. Let that burn and get on the way. Get it nice and hot and smoky in here. Burn out any bugs and critters with that. So, see, I can shut the top door if I want to, and then come get the bottom and let it run. So I'm gonna let it run like that, and let the fire go. And by the time I come back with the meat, this ought to be going pretty good. I can put some of that other stuff on there. Any critters will be vacated. Critters by any kind of spideys or any other bugs. But yeah. Alright. We had it up to, on this one, 150. On this one it says about 100. But of course that one's still open. So I'm going to let the fire kind of get on it a little bit. Heat it up pretty good in there. I'm going to get some heat going. Oh, there you go. I'm going to get some more heat going. Get a good bit of fire going. Good foundation of coals going on the bottom. And then I'll just watch it all day. I got some things I got to do and run, but I'm just going to have to hope I can get this done. It's about 9:30 in the morning. Starting a little later than I hoped, but I had a lot to do this morning. And I'm going to try and do some yard work. Run and go watch my daughter ride horses for a little bit right down the road. And we'll watch a movie tonight at 6 o'clock. So that's a new shark movie they got out. So I'll stoke it real good before I do any of them other things. But hopefully late tonight I'll be pulling this out. And the heat is rising on the bottom one now much faster. Yeah. And on the top one, yeah, you can see it dialing up. It's in the 200 area. So this one's in about the 175 area, 170. Building fast. And there's the smoke starting to really bellow out of that. So, in the afternoon, we're cooking. I've been stoking it. I put a big piece of wood on that because we're getting ready to roll out. I'm gonna go ahead and we got about 150 right there. Well, a little bit less than 150 and 120 right there. But it's been, you know, back and forth. Whew. A lot of smoke. A lot of smoke. I'm going to get a little peek at it. That's what it looks like. So, it's really working. I can tell you it's working. So, I put a big piece of wood on there. Let the fire get going again. Put some small stuff to get that other piece going, but it's hot in there, you know. It is hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this, and that's gonna up that temperature real fast. You'll be able to watch that temperature go up fast. that heat will start going on there. So a lot of good heat going in there. But the only reason that one's a little cooler is because I just opened the door. But it's gonna get hot fast. It's gonna go up fast with that fire going. So, got a lot of thunder boomers around. It kind of drizzled a little bit on me earlier, but not too bad. So, I mean, as far as fire goes, that's what we got going in there. So I can hear it already expanding everything. So, I used up all of that. Some of that wood that was around here. So let's rock it up. Smoke has been coming out of it very prolifically. I don't know, whatever word that is. And you can see it's going up to almost 300 degrees right there. I've done that a few times today. So, and right there, so 175. I don't know if something's wrong with one of these thermometers, but it's hot in there, so I think that one on top is right. Maybe they're both right, I don't know. So anyway, smoking a brisket. Good smoke coming out of the top of that thing. It's really rocking.